Now, string manipulations in pseudocode. Let's take a look at string manipulations in Python, and that will make us understand string manipulations in pseudocode. If I write word is equal to now that we have this word, we can work on the manipulations of this string by returning some characters in these strings. For example, if I write that x is equal to word 0, what is the value for x? The first character, isn't it? Then I can print x. So this will print the first character. So if I also want to return a group of numbers, if I write 0 full column 5, that means this will return the first 5, isn't it? From the first to the fifth. If I want to return, if I write 2 full column 6, it will return from third to the fifth. Is this understood? And so on and so forth. If I write this 3 full column, what would this return? From 3 to the end. From the position 3 to the end, right? And if I write column -1, -1 column. So -1 column means start from the last one. That is -1. So how many do you see? The minus means reverse. Go to the end. One character. Can you see that -3 columns means minus to the end? Three characters. Can you see that? I can also return the length of the string. So I can print the length of word. This will return the length of what? Of the string, isn't it? And that will give me, that gives 28. That is, there are 28 characters. Yes, space is a character. It counts the space. Space is a character. So this gives us 28 characters in this word. So this is Python. So this is an opportunity for you guys to revise Python, right? So let's now go to the equivalent in pseudocode. For the equivalent in pseudocode, we will use a set of functions for this. And the set of function is already provided in the insert. So when you're asked to work with string manipulations in pseudocode, just go to the insert. Okay, just go to the insert. So how is this done? An error will be generated if a function is not called properly. So because you are now typing in pseudocode does not mean you write it in a wrong way. If it is written in a wrong way, that means an error will be generated. That means you will not get that mark, even though it was not run. It is just written. Is this understood? So you must write it the same way it was described in the insert. Now, let's move forward. Left, this string, x, integer, return string. This means left, this string. This string is the name of the variable. This is the variable that stores the string. String is the number of strings you want to return. No, sorry. This string is the name of the variable of type string. This string is the name of the variable of type string. Is that understood? That is of data type string. X is the number of characters you want to return, and it must be of type integer. When this function is called, it will return string. If you don't understand what this means, an example has been written. But this returns the leftmost x character from these strings. What does that mean? Example, When you write left, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Gen 3, it returns ABC. It returns the number of characters from the left. So that means that if I have declare word string, that is the first thing that must come in, isn't it? I want to return any character from this string. Okay, I need to return any character from this string. In Python, we just say word whatever, isn't it? So if you write 0, it returns the first. 0 to 3, it returns the left 2, isn't it? If you write full column, it goes to the right. But in pseudocode, you have to write it as maybe you want to return the left characters. Is that understood? Then you write, since it's returning, like I told you, whatever is returned must be saved to a variable, isn't it? Are you guys following me? And what will it return? Will it return a string or an integer? It returns a string. So that means I must have declared that string first. Okay. So I must declare whatever string that I want to save it as. So I must declare, let's say, str as a string as well. Okay. Since I need the left characters, then I can write that str. The reason why I must store it in a variable is because that function returns a value. Is that understood? And when a value is returned, you must save it to what? To a string. Is that understood? So after writing that, then I write the function. I call the function left. Okay. What is the first thing? The name of the variable, right? What is the name of the variable? Word. Do I need to put it in the quotes? No, because word has the value in the quotes. If I want to put a code, then I don't write word. I bring the value directly. If I put in a code, I'm not working with I am a boy. I'm only working with word. Is this understood? So this is wrong because I need to work with I am a boy, not word. So why am I not putting it in a code? Because word is a variable holding the value of what? I am a boy. Then comma, let's say 5. Okay. What will this do? This will return the 5 left characters in I am a boy. Is that understood? And what are the 5 left characters? This is I, space, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? That means the value for string is now what? I am. This will be the value for string that will be returned. Is that understood? Is this understood, everyone? Okay, good. If I want to return the right characters, I need to declare another variable to hold the rightmost characters, isn't it? Are you all following me? Good. So let me call this string left L so that I can declare this as L. So let me write another one, declare str right as a what? As a string. Is this understood? Then I write me string right. What do I want to do with this? I want to return the what? The rightmost, isn't it? Are you all following me? Then if it is pseudocode, I will have written, if it is Python, I will have written word, maybe -3 full column to give me the 3 rightmost characters, isn't it? But in pseudocode, I have to go to the what? To the insert, isn't it? Then to use the function right. Because right returns what? The rightmost character. Is that understood? So that means in this case, I use what? Right. Then word. Let's say 3. What would this return? The rightmost character in word. Is this understood? So that means that the string right character is equal to what? What is the rightmost character? BOY. Is this understood? Is this understood, everyone? Good. Good. So what do I need? I need a range of values, right? Then I can write that string center is equal to, so to get a range of values, you go back to your inserts. You use the mid function. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now, to start to use the mid function, we must understand the mid function. It says that mid, the variable integer, returns, this also returns a value. Returns a string of y starting at position x. It starts as position x. So for example, the second is what? Is b. How many things will be returned? 3. That means it returns b, c, d. Is this understood? If I want to return e, f, g, h, how do I write my mid function? E, f, g, h. How do I write that? Just tell me. Comma 5, comma 4, because the fifth letter is what? Is E, right? How many letters is done? Is 4. So let's go back to our example. If I want to return A M space A, I only want to return these characters. That means I use MID, right? Word. Where am I starting from? From what? From 3. How many things do I want to return? 4. Is this understood? I can concatenate all these strings together, right? Yes. Do you know? So let me declare another variable to concatenate them. So let me call it declare conc, also a string, and conc is equal to then string str length ampersand str right ampersand strc, right? Isn't it? So with this, what have I done? I've concatenated everything, right? Then I can now write output. In Python, we can return the length of this string by writing len word, isn't it? Then it's saved in variable, then I can print variable. So if you run this code now, you can see that it's saying that what? 86, right? So this is how to return the length of a string in Python. But in pseudocode, how do you return the length of a word in pseudocode? You go back to your insert, then you see length of string, right? The difference is in Python it is len, small letter. In pseudocode it is capital letter what? Capital letter length. Is that understood? So that means that, let me use this code as an example. So string manipulation, declare word string, declare these 4 variables as string. I initialize them. I think it's not compulsory to initialize. Okay. Now word. Word. Aya is from Lagos. She's a businesswoman. Print what? This will be Aya, which is VAR, which is Aya, right? Then MVAR is the main function, which is what? From. I also put a space to concatenate, and I concatenate with what? With RVAR, which is what? Oman. So that means send to be what? Aya from Oman, isn't it? Then I output sent. Is that understood? Then what do I output last? Length of sent. Is this understood? So this will return what? The length of what? Of the characters. And what is the length of the characters? 13. Is that understood? Okay, good. Length. Okay, T before H, not H before T. Okay, good. Thank you. That is TH, right? Length. Okay. Apart from printing length, we can also convert all this string to a lowercase, isn't it? By writing what? Word dot lower. Is that correct? Then this converts everything to lowercase. Can you see that? Convert everything to lowercase. If I want to convert to uppercase, what do I type? Length dot upper, isn't it? So this converts everything to an uppercase. Is that understood? Are you guys following me? Yes, sir. In pseudocode, to convert to lower and upper, we have to use to lower to upper. Okay, an example. If I write to lower, and put your string, it returns what? It returns the lowercase of that string or character. It works for both string and character. If you use to upper, it also works for both string and character. Is this understood? Okay, good. So if I want to convert this output, okay, this output to upper, the output is what? Is higher from Oman, isn't it? So that means that I can write that cent is equal to cent. Is it cent again? How do I use the function? I have to write to lower, isn't it? Isn't it? To lower. So then I write to lower. Please don't make mistake while writing this in the exam. That was why you are giving an insert, okay? To lower. Then the string. What is the string? Cent. Isn't it? Is that all? Yes. So this is sent to lower. So if I want to output the lower character, then I write what? Output cent. Is this understood? So this first output cent will write what? Will write higher from Oman. The Oman is small letter, isn't it? Not capital letter. Okay. So if I want to write this one, when this is output, what would this output? It outputs what? Lower, higher from Oman. Is this understood? That is lower. If I want to output it in upper, then I write what? Cent is equal to what? To upper. Don't forget it's capital letter, okay? Of what? Cent. So cent is what? Is converted to upper. If you are not sure, please check your insert. Is that understood? So if you write this, that means you can also output cent, isn't it? So this gives us what? Higher from Oman. Is this understood? Okay, good. The next thing is num to string. Num to string is the next function in the string manipulation, num to string. So this is used to convert a number to a string, just like we have it in Python. Now in Python, I can have num is equal to 5, but this num is an integer and not a string, isn't it? Then I can convert this to a string by saying that num is equal to str num, isn't it? So 5 is now converted to what? To a string. I can also do the same in what? In pseudocode, okay? So let me remove this initialization. Like I said, it's not compulsory. You initialize, okay? Let me declare. Can you see that I'm writing a full code, right? So declare num as what? As integer. Okay. Then let me initialize num as 1258. That is num. That is the value. That is the integer value. Now that I have that, then I want to convert that. Oh, not equal to. Thank you for correcting me. Is equal to 1258. Okay, please don't make the same mistake in exam. I won't correct it in the exam. So I want to convert that to a string so that I can concatenate it with this cent. Is that understood? Now that means that I can say that I can write that num is equal to, what is the function that converts to a string? Num to string. Can you see that? So I write num to string. Is it str? Of what? Num. So num is now a string, isn't it? So it is now 1258 as a string. So I can now output output, sorry, no equal to output cent and num. So can I concatenate this now? Yes, I can concatenate. If I did not convert to a string, can I concatenate it? No. Is this understood? Now, num is now a string. We can check if the characters in that strings are numeric. Is that understood? We can check if they are, although it is a string, so we can check if they are numeric. If you want to check if characters are numeric, you use the isNum. IsNum is a function that works on a string, but it is used to check if a string is numeric or not. Is this understood? So that means if I write isNum, if I write that I can declare something as a Boolean, so let me declare validates as Boolean. Okay, then come back here and write that validates is equal to isNum num. Is this understood? So if you look at this insert, it says that isNum returns true if the string represents a valued numerical value. If it is not, it returns what? False. So guys, isNum validate will be what now? It is true. Is this understood? Validate is true. So you can write that if validate is equal to true. Is this understood? Then if validate is equal to true, then I can convert num back to integer because it was a string, isn't it? Num was a string from here because it was initially integer converted to a string. Is that understood? So now I want to check if that string is what? Is a numerical value. If it is, then I convert to what? Back to an integer. Is that understood? So now then I can write that num is equal to, how do I convert to integer? How do I convert string to integer? You write string to num. Is this understood? String to num. Then I write string to num of what? Num. So num is now converted to integer. Is this understood? Okay, good.
So we see that we're checking if it's a number.
Yeah.
So after we confirm that yes, it is a number.
Yeah.
Then we convert it
to a number because initially it was a string.
Okay, so that function is basically just validating whether it's a number.
Yes, it's just checking if it is a number. It's not converting to a number. It is just checking if it is a number. Is this understood? So this function is just checking if it is a number, but it is still a string. It only returns a true if it is a number. It returns a false if it is a string. Do you understand that now? Okay, good. So num is string to num. Now num is now a number. Then out of the if function, I can now output, okay, still in the same function, I can output num. So if you guys notice this, I've used all the string manipulation as a code, isn't it? As a complete code. The whole string manipulation has been used as a complete code. And that is the end of the string manipulation. No, that is not the end. We still have two more. We have ASCII and what? And character. What is ASCII does? ASCII is used to return the numerical value of a character. ASCII is used to return the numerical value of a character. Is that understood? I want to take the leftmost character and convert it to ASCII. How do I do that? Then I write left, isn't it? Of what? Of, let's say, cent, isn't it? And what? 1. Is that correct? So it takes only the first value at the left, isn't it? And converts to what? ASCII. Is this understood? So num is now ASCII. Then I can what? I can output num. I hope this is understood. Okay, the value of num is now what? What is the leftmost of cent? Cent is now capital letter A. Do you know? Cent is no longer any of this. The last cent is capital letter A, right? So that means num is now what? Is now 65. Is this understood? So that has been converted to what? To numerical value. If I want to convert this value to its character value, then I use what? I use the function chr, isn't it? Then the function chr means I write that word. Now I'm changing the value of word as what? As chr norm. Is this understood? That means I'm changing what? 65 to what? To a character, isn't it? Then I write what? Output word. Then this will have what? Capital letter A, isn't it? So now I've written a set of code to illustrate everything we need to know and understand about string manipulation. I've taught you guys how to declare variables, how to assign a what? A value to variables, how to work on string manipulation, how to input and output, and how to do operations in pseudocode. I hope this is well understood.
Yes, sir.